All right, so continuing with 6.5, I realized I made a mistake. Solving exponentials. I didn't tell you to do anything wrong, but I gave you a couple of examples on the last video, and you didn't have to do those kind of problems until today. So we'll get into like what to on some of those anyway. But if you need for the first two problems, 11 and 12, you might need to go rewatch the video from Friday, just the very end of it. Okay. All right. So today we're going to deal with some fractions. So remember, when we solve exponentials, our bases have to be the same. They both have to be a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or 5 or whatever. Okay, so kind of the fractions that we're going to deal with today, all of them are 1 over something. So you don't have to worry about anything like 3/4 or something like crazy. It'll be 1 over something. So remember, a fraction kind of means we had a negative exponent. So I could switch this to 2 to the negative 1 x power, or negative x power. And then I can't do anything with a 2, but I could write a 4 as 2 to the second power. So now these 2's are the same. Those are the bases. So then I can just write negative x equals 2. And then that really means I'm going to divide by negative 1. And so if I were to plug in negative 2, the problem would work. Okay, so on pretty much all of them, we're just gonna like kind of make the negative exponent with like the fraction one. So if we had 4x plus 1 and 1 over 64. So just like Friday, if I have a 4, like so like I would first do like this. Okay, just get rid of the fact that we have a fraction, but you're going to have to put negative 1, like every time. Now I need to see, well, what can I do to the 64? Can I make it like, can I do 4 to the something power and get 64? So 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64, so I can. So 4x plus 1, and then this is really 4 to the third power, but negative third power. Okay, and so now bases are the same. X plus 1 equals negative 3, and x equals negative 4. You will find that with these fraction ones, that we're going to get more problems that are the answer is negative. Not all of them, but certainly a higher percentage of the problems. Okay. You know, these two, like, they're take up some space. So let's see if I can come up with a harder one. Okay, so just more stuff makes it more difficult, but we really want to primarily focus on the 16 and the 64 to begin with. Kind of block out everything else. So can I make 16? Is 16 to the something power 64? No, I mean 16 to the second power is in the 200s, 256 or something like that. So definitely not. So that means, like, what can I do with the 16? Well, I could make it 4 to the second power, or I actually could do 2 to the fourth power. Now, just reversing them, that's just kind of a coincidence. So don't kind of look at it like that. So can I do 4 to the something power and make 64, or 2 to the something? It really doesn't matter which. Okay, but I can do, and technically you can do both, but 4 to the third power is 64, and I think it's like 2 to the sixth power. Let's see, 2 to the fourth power is 16. Yep, it's 32. Yeah. So either group, you could either use this, or you could use the 2 or the 4, and you're going to get the same answer. So doesn't matter. I'm going to use the 4s. So I have 4 to the second power, but then I still have that 2x plus 1. And I have 4 to the third power, but I still have that 3x minus 2. Okay, so when I get down, so now I've made my bases the same. So I'm just going to write the part that's in the exponent. And I got to distribute 4x plus 2, 3x minus 6, subtract the 3x, subtract 2, and again we get a negative answer, just more prevalent. Okay, so that's definitely a hard one. You'll have 2 problems like that where you're going to have to change both numbers, and you're going to have like x plus 1s and 2x minus 1s and stuff like that in the exponent. So the other, there's only 6 problems with fractions. You only have 8 total problems today. But number like 13, 14, 15, 16, you'll have to change one of the numbers, and then the bases will be the same. But the 17 and 18, and then actually the first 2, they won't involve fractions, but one of them involves 16 and 64. And then one of them involves 27 and 9, which you can both make 3 to the something power. Okay, so the last few are definitely hard, but it's only 8 problems. So show your work, but look at how much work I did for, there's one problem, took up like half the screen. So show your work, okay? All right, have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.